They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. 30, 10, 5. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so the
Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A throw on a quick slant, going to be complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Now, Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11. 12.
On third down, Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Here we go. 11 MT, pace. 12.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Burrow on play action. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
11 MT. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
First down. Here's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
32 yards.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just got
bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT. Hey, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow will throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is here. Touchdown. Bengals. A great play there. Now 3 week 1 touchdowns.
And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
12, 11, 11, 11. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his tight end fan. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So now we're in the final minute of the game of the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go. 12.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game.